Chapter 17, Basic Electricity, page 65. It was nearing the time for my electrical class to end. Finals came into play, study time. One of the requirements to graduate the class was to bend a piece of conduit to a 90-degree angle and a saddleback bend. It takes 120 pounds of pressure to bend conduit. I did the saddleback just fine. It was the 90-degree angle that gave me some trouble. Now everyone was interested in how I was going to achieve this, as I was only 93 pounds. So I grabbed the hickey and piece of conduit and tried my hardest to no avail. I didn't even bend it slightly. Having a time at this, my classmate did the curly shuffle, and we all just roared with laughter. The instructor came flying out of his office, stating no fun was to be had during testing. It just made us laugh harder. Still had to bend that darn conduit. I grabbed the hickey, and the rest of the class held the conduit. The conduit resisted, and then slowly, so slowly, the conduit bent. Yes, I could feel the calligraphy pen writing out my certificate. One weekend, a group of students decided to climb the mountain behind the town. Every 4th of July, they have a race up this mountain. They run up and down in under an hour. Amazing. I could not resist. I went to my room, grabbed my bag, filled it with snacks and drinks. Away we went to ascend this huge mountain, 3,021 feet to the bowl. Excuse me. We had just 2 trails to choose from that took you to the top. Jeep Trail or the other one. The other one is the route we decided to take. We hit the bottom of the other trail. There was a rope about 100 feet long. We were confused and decided that was the beginning of the other trail. We hiked through the mud trail that took you up to the tree line. 3 on the tree, they called it. You have to have either 2 hands and 1 foot on the mountain at all times, or 2 feet and 1 hand, whatever works best at the time. Very steep, slippery, with rock slides at any time. We hit the rocky part and took a break to smoke a cigarette. Wow, the view was amazing. We start again with the 3 on the tree climbing until we near the bowl at 3,021 feet above sea level. Just about to the top, I look up to see the steepest, rockiest part of the climb. Scared of falling off the mountain, we took another break to smoke a cigarette and catch our breath so we can be fresh to start the last obstacle. It felt like the mountain we went straight up and down. Now we were sweating because of fear, not exhaustion. We all made it to the top of the bowl without any incidents or injuries. We are all experienced mountain climbers and knew this at the end of the day. The view was amazing at the top of that insanely steep mountain. We took in the fresh, cool air, and we can only believe that God had created this wonderful world, God's country. When we were at the top, some other mountain climbers said that they were looking for the snowshoe. Snowshoe? They pointed in the direction of where they thought it was, and away we went. We hiked for about 10 minutes before we come to a large area still covered in snow. We get over there and just stare down the mountain at the snowshoe. Right in the middle of the snow patch was a groove that was at least 15 feet deep. We were not sure about this snowshoe off the top of the mountain. Smoked another cigarette to get the courage up to do it. Then one of the other guys just whooped and hollered and ran up the snowshoe and took off like a bat out of hell. He flew down the snowshoe, hollering at the top of his lungs, and disappeared out of sight. Amazed and full of anticipation, I stepped up to the beginning, put my now empty snack bag down for a sled. I didn't need a run at it because my snack bag was so slippery. I took off down the side of that mountain, going at least 30 miles per hour. I kept going from side to side up the walls. It felt like I was going to be ejected every time I neared the top of the snow walls. I screamed at the top of my lungs. You could only scream for so long and then nothing. This ride shot me down the side of the mountain screaming. Pure excitement, no control, and I flew. It was the fastest, most exhilarating experience of my life. I'm a firm believer in things happen for a reason. We may never know why, so don't get caught up in how it happened. Let it happen. I have never had a real plan, just a general one. Educate yourself, work, get married, have kids, grow old, and die. General plan.